Life goes up and it goes down. I know my mom taught me that. I figured why we fool around so little, and we keep track of time, being so serious.
Hey everyone, welcome back to another sophisticated Saturday where together we work through my to-do list and get stuff done around the house. This morning I'm starting off, as I should every single day, by making my bed. Sometimes it feels repetitive to show this and do this every day, but it makes such a difference in my morning routine and starts me off on the right foot. Once I finished making my bed, I wanted to head into the bathroom because I had some stuff out of place there to clean up. I had a bunch of things around my bathtub. I wanted to put those away. And here is a real look at mom life. There was a baby shoe in the bathtub. I also had some baby toys that were around the bathtub because the little holder that we had fallen off, and we were using that to keep all of the toys. And when it fell down, all of the toys were everywhere, so I'm trying to re-affix it to the wall. I was using some really nice and thick double-sided 3M tape.
When it feels like I'm lying every time someone asks.
I'm not going to hang it back up quite yet because I want to let it sit and set for a while before I add weight to that. Also doing a little bit of cleaning in the room where we have our toilet, restocking toilet paper, and then I think I'm gonna head downstairs to the kitchen to put away the clean dishes. That's another thing I do every single day, 7 days a week. I run the dishwasher every night. During the week, Jim is really good about putting the dishes away in the morning. Usually I take care of getting breakfast ready for Owen and feeding him, feeding myself, getting myself ready, all of that stuff. So it's just one less thing that I have to do. And on the weekends, we kind of split it. Sometimes I'll do it, sometimes he'll do it, sometimes we'll do it together. But today I was going to do the dishes, and it's a system that's really worked out well for us.
Whoa. But I'm not gonna wake up, wake up. Don't wake up, wake up. Keep it steady, 'cause I'm happy. I'm not gonna wake up, wake up. I'm not ready, let me have another day. Don't wake up, wake up. Keep it steady, 'cause I'm happy. I'm not gonna wake up. No, not yet. Whoa. No, not yet. Whoa. No, not yet. Whoa. I'm not gonna wake up. Tell him no, 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 no. Tell him no, 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 no. You've been trying to cater to all the needs. You've been feeling guilty for so long. Baby, they're not friends, they are enemies. Don't you tell them yes, tell them get lost. 'Cause every time you go and ask for help, they say sorry, but I'm busy. So you end up doing
We already had breakfast this morning, so there were a few more dirty dishes that were in the sink and a couple of things from last night that didn't fit in the dishwasher. I also need to clean off Owen's tray from his high chair. That always gets nice and messy, and I let it sit to air dry on that dish towel, as well as the small cutting board there that is hand wash only.
You don't need to put up with their bullshit. Tell them no, 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 no. They don't have respect for your boundaries. Girl, you hit too close to the edge now. Only thing they got is toxicity. Think you need a cleanse, clear the out. You got their backs, but they ain't got yours. You've done enough, but they still want more.
While Owen's asleep, I wanted to prep some fresh veggies for him to eat. I like doing this because it makes it simple to find something to give him to eat. It also makes it easy for our nanny to know what I'm okay with her feeding him, and I can cut things the way that I want them to be cut. So I just sliced up some avocado quickly, and I'm also going to make him some thin slices of cucumber and then slice an orange for him, which takes forever because I try and cut off a lot of the membrane just to make it a little bit easier for him to eat. This stuff is so tedious, but it makes sense for me to group these tasks together, get it all done with, and then reap the rewards for the next few days because I don't have to prep these fruits and veggies. It's the same concept with adult meal prepping, just putting the effort in all at once, and then you can sit back and enjoy it for the rest of the week.
Just fake it. You don't need to put up with their bullshit. Tell them no, 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 no. Hold up, baby, don't stress it. It ain't worth it, you won't miss it. You don't need to put up with their bullshit. Tell them no, 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 no. Hold up, baby, don't take it. It ain't friendship if they just fake it. You don't need to put up with their bullshit. Tell them no, 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 no. Hold up.
It had been a while since I washed my makeup brushes. That is something I keep on my cleaning schedule just to make sure I don't get behind on those things. I use baby shampoo and just give it a good scrub and keep doing baby shampoo, water, until the brush runs completely clear. For those of you that saw my new video talking about how I have a new job, I'm actually starting to wear makeup a lot more than I was previously. With my last job, I was working from home. I'm still working from home with this job, but previously I really wasn't on camera that often. We used Zoom, but a lot of people and the company culture just wasn't to turn on your camera while you were in meetings, except for certain meetings and certain people would, but probably out of 5 days a week, I was maybe on camera 1 day a week, if that. The new company that I work for, the culture is the complete opposite, and they are a video first company. Pretty much every phone call is on video, so I'm finding myself putting a little bit more effort into getting ready in the morning, which is honestly kind of nice. I like the feeling of putting myself together and really sitting down at my desk and feeling like I'm quote unquote going to work just a little bit more than I used to be.
Wanna make you feel good. Try it for me, babe. Try it for me, babe. Play it, break it real smooth. Slide on me, babe. Slide on me, babe. I wanna make you feel real good. Try it for me, babe. Try it for me, babe.
For today's recipe, I was making a treat for my husband Jim to take to work. They had a holiday Christmas cookie party, so I made peanut butter buckeyes. These are so simple to make. I will list on the screen the ingredients that you need to make these, but it's really, really simple. You don't have to be a great cook to make these, and it's kind of hard to argue with how delicious they are because it's basically peanut butter, powdered sugar, butter, and chocolate.
Slide on me, babe. Slide on me, babe. I wanna make you feel good. Try it for me, babe. Try it for me, babe. Play it, break it real smooth. Slide on me, babe. Slide on me, babe. I wanna make you feel real good. Try it for me, babe. Try it for me, babe. Play it, break it real smooth. This time it won't be for life. No, this time I just stay for the night.
Once your peanut butter mixture is all combined, you're just going to roll them into balls. The one thing I'll say is I probably made these too big. They're very rich, very decadent, so I would even cut them in half from the size you see that I'm making, just so you don't have to eat them in so many bites. And it also affects the chocolate to peanut butter ratio. I wish there was a little more chocolate around them. So by making the balls smaller, there'll be more chocolate to peanut butter, which I think will make it even better.
I wanna make you feel real good. Try it for me, babe. Try it for me, babe. Play it, break it real smooth. Slide on me, babe. Slide on me, babe. Try it for me, babe. Try it for me, babe. I wanna make you feel good.
While those sit in the fridge, I'm going to do some vacuuming. I'm starting upstairs, kind of working down in my closet, picking up things as I go because, hey, I'm in there. I might as well. So I'm cleaning up a couple of things in there and then vacuuming the rest of the closet before I head down to the kitchen to continue doing a little bit more cooking.
Gonna lost your hold on me. I don't believe. Have me acting like a fool. To know you
In addition to today's sweet recipe, I am also doing a savory recipe because we need to have some dinner ourselves. I'm making breakfast nachos. Jim loves eggs and breakfast for dinner, so do I. And this is a recipe that he requested. I asked what he wanted me to make for dinner and he requested breakfast nachos. They're really simple. I just cut potatoes really thin using my mandolin and I lay them on a baking sheet. I will sometimes add taco seasoning or chili powder, garlic powder, all of the things that kind of go in taco seasoning, and bake them in the oven with a little bit of olive oil until they are nice and crispy. So you'll see I arranged them very carefully on the silicone lined baking sheet just to make sure they're all nice and spread out. Drizzled it with a little bit of olive oil and then added my seasonings.
Gave a little and far too late. Now it's time for you to up and leave. I do believe, I do believe. Still you're giving me nothing, a whole lot of nothing, baby. Would've settled for something, but I'm giving it.
While round one is in the oven, I'm running back upstairs, continuing with the vacuuming in Jim's office. This room probably gets the least amount of use in our entire house because Jim does not work from home. He goes into the office every single day. He spends some time in here, like on the weekends, getting stuff done. He used to a lot more spend time early mornings before he went to work, just kind of checking in, or late nights before we had a baby, playing some video games, a lot less so now. But it still deserves a little bit of a vacuum every now and then, and the potatoes were still cooking, so I popped downstairs for the basement, which is starting to get a whole lot more use, so maybe you'll see some more filming down here because Owen's starting to play down here, and I think we're doing some rearranging with the furniture and things like that, so it needed a vacuum as well.
But I'm giving in with the waiting. Well, your darling is zero. No hint of a hero. Now you're selling me stories, but I don't believe you.
Owen just got a craft table for his birthday, so I think we're actually going to get rid of that table that's back there. The one thing that I'm kind of sad about is the chairs that go with it. The chairs are really nice. My grandma got them for me for my college graduation actually, and I don't want to part with them, but I think we should get rid of the table. I don't like that table. And with Owen getting a small craft table, it just feels like a lot of tables in that space. So I'm debating what I'm going to do with those chairs, if I'm going to put them in storage for later or maybe try and sell them, or I don't know. But it's just kind of a struggle as we determine what we're using this basement for and what will suit our needs best.
I'm stuck inside your web. I'm going down, down, down like a waterfall. You're keeping the smiles apart. You got me down, down, down like a waterfall. You know just how to restrain a heart.
The exercise room has been so nice to have here. Because I work from home, I don't want to have to leave the house to go to a gym, and it's very convenient that this house had a built-in exercise room. If you follow me on Instagram, you know that I pop down here a lot of times during lunch, take advantage of when the nanny is here and do a quick workout or go for a run when I can. And it just being a basement and the nature of a basement, sometimes we get bugs down here, so always good to vacuum the whole thing, including the bathroom down here that we don't use a whole bunch either.
You got me down, down, down like a waterfall.
Today's video feels a little scattered all over the place, but that is because we have things cooling in the freezer, we have stuff cooking in the oven, and I'm trying to take advantage of all of the downtime in the recipes. So now that the peanut butter balls are firmed up a bit in the refrigerator, I just melted some chocolate and I'm going to start by dipping the peanut butter balls in there. They're called Buckeyes sometimes because they have that little top that is still peanut butter, so they're not meant for you to dip the entire ball in the chocolate. But if you want to, by all means, go for it. There are no rules with these. They're, again, peanut butter and chocolate. You can't go wrong. My technique started improving a little bit as I was going on. The recipe said to stab it with a fork and dip it in there. Mine weren't quite firm enough to do that technique, so the scooping worked a little bit better for me, but you can play around with it and see what works best for you. Peanut butter balls are firming up again, so I am flipping my potatoes over. They need to be flipped about halfway through and then go back into the oven until they are done. While the potatoes continue to cook, I'm running back downstairs, literally and figuratively, but I'm running back downstairs so I can get a quick workout in. A lot of times on Saturdays and Sundays, I've shared that we go to a gym where there's a daycare there, so somebody watches Owen. The one thing about the gym is that you have to call a day in advance to reserve space for your child, which I failed to do yesterday. So that means today I have to get a workout in while I'm at home, which is totally fine. And I'm just gonna do a really quick one again while those potatoes cook. Now you'll see how these become breakfast nachos. I put an entire container of spinach into my pan. I'm gonna let that start cooking down, get a few eggs cracked in a bowl, whisk them up, and add them to the spinach. If I'm a mad woman, it's trouble in your mind how I spend my time, but it's a 24-hour streak. Wasting all your thoughts just to criticize, but there are plenty more ways to think. I'm not pretending, I'm more like this, a game for the reckless. It's so extreme. I'm topping the potatoes with cheese, getting those eggs mostly cooked. You don't want them overdone because you're actually going to put them on top of the potatoes and cheese and stick them in the oven, so they're going to do a little bit more cooking. So if they're already completely done, then they might get overdone while in the oven. I'm also adding refried beans. Usually I add black beans, but I thought I would mix it up with some refried beans. But basically you want to put all the ingredients that you want to be heated up on the pan and in the oven. Then I top with things like cut up cherry or grape tomatoes, some sliced avocado. I usually like to have shredded cabbage on it as well. You could put some sour cream or dollops of yogurt if you do that to replace sour cream like I do a lot of times. Some hot sauce, salsa on the side. You can add meat to this. Chorizo would be really great. Maybe some crumbled up bacon, anything like that. Get creative, but these are so good for dinner, or you could use it for brunch as well. But that's all for today. We're going to enjoy. Thanks for watching today's video, and until next time, I'll see you guys later.